Noise. Hold him instead to the specificity of a 90-day prediction, thus testing to see the actual power of the system. Ignore all the other things and watch as he over and over again refuses to do so, well, because he can't. The reason I will always have failures in the political analysis is because I have to use such specificity. Imagine, for instance, if I said things like, well, somebody's going to be president this year who will be a man. It wouldn't work very well as a predictive
10-second
model.
warning. 10-second warning.
I'm almost done. Oh, I got one sentence.
Let him have it.
Now,
Okay.
with this,
All right.
okay, so with this weapon, you can with ease destroy this entire ideology. Simply do your due diligence and test it.
All right. Went like 5 seconds over, but it's fine. And the way I do it is if the other party is okay with it, I'll let them continue on, and then I give that identical time to the other person. So real quick, Andrew, if you don't mind, because obviously you said a lot there. I want to summarize it for the audience that's listening in. So some of your points were you want a specific prediction within 90 days. It's all chance-based outcomes. It's sorcery. And it's typically nebulous to garner credit for future events that are almost inevitable because it's not specific. Is that fair? Oh, you're muted, Andrew.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. All right, awesome. Gary, go ahead, take it away, man. I'll put 5 minutes in the clock for you.
Okay. So basically it comes down to this. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is. We all want to know why some guys are the richest people, why some guys have money, why some guys have looks, why some women have it all. We always want to know why that happens. And because of that, some people go into religion, and there's a lot of different religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam. People want answers, and I was no different than anyone else. And then on 9/11/2001, my life changed. I woke up in the morning, and I thought I was watching Die Hard, the movie, when the Twin Towers got hit. And what actually I discovered was actually really, really shocking to me at the time. I started looking at all the synchronicities of that event. And it made me think, one time, okay, 2 times, maybe, but all these synchronicities, and let me go through some of these synchronicities for you. 9/11, which is probably the biggest event in human history this century, happened on the 11th. The first plane that hit the World Trade Center was Flight 11. The Twin Towers look like an 11 side by side. They both have 110 stories. And I'm like, wow. And then I saw that New York City, 11 letters. New York's the 11th state in the Union. Afghanistan, 11 letters. We attacked Afghanistan, 10/7/2001. Take away the zeros, 1721. Again, 11. So I'm looking at all this, and I'm trying to think, why am I seeing all these 11s? Am I going crazy? What's going on? But see, I was always fascinated by history. And I remembered that the Great War, World War One, ended on 11/11 at exactly 11 o'clock. Not 10:55, but exactly 11. And at that point, I didn't know what was going on, but I saw smoke and I started going looking for the fire. And then I understood that these people that we talk about that run the world, the cabal, all of these people, the Illuminati, I started understanding what they were doing. They were actually using numerology and astrology against the people while they're telling the people to look into Qurans and Bibles and Torahs and Talmuds. Because they want to keep the knowledge to themselves and they want all the quote unquote sheep goyim to look at the religion. So what I basically started discovering was, okay, if this is just one thing, it doesn't mean anything. But then I found out that Al Qaeda was founded on the 11th. And then I found out Al Qaeda's three biggest attacks, not just in America on 9/11. They had one in Madrid, Spain on 3/11. It was called Europe's 9/11 at the time. And then they had one in Mumbai, India on guess what day? The 11th. So at that point, when you start seeing all these events happen synchronistically on the same day, you start understanding that people are actually doing stuff that other people aren't getting. And the fact of the matter is, if you take it from a mathematical statistical probability, we're talking in the millions that all that stuff would line up. So then I'm starting to think, okay, maybe it's just one thing. And then I started looking at the events. I wanted to know why some of the richest people in the world have money. And then I discovered 28's number of wealth. Elon Musk is born on the 28th. Richest man in the world, not named Rothschild, not named Putin, not named Rockefeller. On paper, the richest man in the world, born on the 28th. But that doesn't mean anything, just one guy. But see, the guy he replaced, who was the richest guy in the world last decade, was Bill Gates, born on the 28th. And then you start looking at the list of the richest people in the world, and you see 3 of the 7 richest guys are born on the 28th. And you start going down the list, like, okay, what is going on? And then I got this Rolex on. I challenge anyone watching right now to pull up ads on Rolex, and you're going to see every time they have a commercial, they have a 28 in the logo. So at that point, you have to understand that numbers symbolize vibrational energy that we cannot see, that we cannot hear. And it's basically, if you believe in a God, it's the prime creator's language. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Understand that people who rule over us believe in this. And you have to understand that if they believe in this, it's something that you have to look out for. It's something that you have to look into before you dismiss. You know, when I look at certain numbers, they mean different things. If someone's born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd, there's a high chance they're going to be extremely good looking because 5 is the number of looks. And you don't have to take my word for it. See, that's the thing. I don't ask for faith like these Christians and like these Muslims. I don't ask for your faith. I ask for your logic. I ask for you to show common sense. Go on your Facebook accounts or whatever it is and start looking up all your friends who
10
are born on the
seconds.
4th, 15th, 16th, and you will see this for yourself. And I'll pass on, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this.
All right. Cool. So, Gary, real quick, if I could summarize your argument for the audience, and I'll kind of just summarize the whole preamble before we get into the actual formal debate. And by the way, guys, quick little housekeeping. If you guys are first time here, subscribe to these two gentlemen, okay? Andrew Wilson, Gary, the numbers guy. Subscribe to them on YouTube. They're on all the platforms. Obviously, like the video if you're watching on YouTube or on Myron Gaines X. And yeah, we'll get into the next one. So let me go ahead and summarize. So Andrew's preamble was basically you want a specific prediction 90 days. It's all chance-based outcomes. It's sorcery. And then Gary's was there are connections that are inevitable concerning 9/11. You used the event of 9/11 to substantiate that, and you gave many different instances where 11 came up. Then you talked about the number of wealth, Elon, Bill Gates, and then basically that religion is a grift to keep people from the power of numerology. Would that be fair to say, Gary?
Correct.
All right, we'll go on to
And I
round
will
one.
be making those predictions later on, no doubt.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. We got that summarized. Chat. I hope you guys are enjoying it. These are obviously two really bright guys, so sometimes I have to just gentlemen. Okay. Andrew Wilson, Gary, the numbers guy. Subscribe to
Fuck!